What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, we went 3-5 in the MLB. So we had a bad day in the MLB last time. So we gotta do better. So let's move on to tomorrow's games. The Braves are going to New York to face the Mets. The Braves come in at 24-25, and the Mets come in at 24-20. The last series for the Atlanta Braves, they split their series against the Red Sox. They went 1-1 against the Red Sox. And for the New York Mets, they won their series against the Rockies. They won 3 out of the 4 games against the Rockies. And the pitching matchup for this game is Ian Anderson for the Atlanta Braves and Taijuan Walker for the New York Mets. And the Atlanta Braves are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Mets to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Reds going to Chicago to face the Cubs. The Reds come in at 22-26, and the Cubs come in at 27-22. The last series for the Cincinnati Reds, they won their series against the Nationals. They won 2 out of the 3 games against the Nationals. And for the Chicago Cubs, they swept the Pirates. They won all 3 games against the Pirates. And the pitching matchup for this game is Vladimir Gutierrez for the Cincinnati Reds and Adbert Alzolay for the Chicago Cubs. And the Chicago Cubs are a favorite in this one. Give me the Cubs to win this game at home. And did I tell you guys the over-under for the Mets game? I am going to tell you right now, they're going to be over 6.5 runs in the Mets game. And again, there's no over-under in the Chicago Cubs game, like always. Next up, we have the Colorado Rockies going to Pittsburgh to face the Pirates. The Rockies come in at 19-32, and the Pirates come in at 18-31. For the Colorado Rockies, they lost their series against the Mets. They lost 3 out of the 4 games against the Mets. And for the Pittsburgh Pirates, they got swept by the Cubs. They lost all 3 games against the Cubs. And the pitching matchup for this game is John Gray for the Colorado Rockies and Mitch Keller for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the Colorado Rockies are a favorite in this one. Give me the Rockies to win this game on the road in Pittsburgh, and give me the over 7.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Milwaukee Brewers going to Washington to face the Nationals. The Brewers come in at 25-25, and the Nationals come in at 21-25. For the Milwaukee Brewers, their last series, they split their series against the Padres. They went 2-2 against the Padres. And for the Washington Nationals, they lost their series against the Reds. They lost 2 out of the 3 games against the Reds. And the pitching matchup for this game is Brett Anderson for the Milwaukee Brewers and John Lester for the Washington Nationals. And the Washington Nationals are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Brewers to win this game on the road in Washington, and give me the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Miami Marlins going to Boston to face the Red Sox. The Marlins come in at 24-26, and the Red Sox come in at 30-20. The last series for the Miami Marlins, they split their series against the Phillies. They went 2-2 against the Phillies. And for the Boston Red Sox, they split their series against the Braves. They went 1-1 against the Braves. And the pitching matchup for this game is Cody Petit for the Miami Marlins and Martin Perez for the Boston Red Sox. And the Boston Red Sox are a favorite in this one. Give me the Red Sox to win this game at home, and give me the over 9 runs in that game. Next up, we have the New York Yankees going to Detroit to face the Tigers. The Yankees come in at 29-21, and the Tigers come in at 19-31. The last series for the New York Yankees, they lost their series against the Blue Jays. They lost 2 out of the 3 games against the Blue Jays. And for the Detroit Tigers, they lost their series against the Indians. They lost 3 out of the 4 games against the Indians. And the pitching matchup for this game is Garrett Cole for the New York Yankees and Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers. And the New York Yankees are a favorite in this one. Give me the Yankees to win this game on the road in Detroit, and give me the over 7 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Toronto Blue Jays going to Cleveland to face the Indians. The Blue Jays come in at 25-24, and the Indians come in at 27-21. For the Toronto Blue Jays, their last series, they won their last series against the Yankees. They won 2 out of the 3 games against the Yankees. And for the Cleveland Indians, they won their series against the Tigers. They won 3 out of the 4 games against the Tigers. And the pitching matchup for this game is Hyun-Jin Ryu for the Toronto Blue Jays and Eli Morgan making his Major League debut for the Cleveland Indians. And the Toronto Blue Jays are a favorite in this one. Give me the Blue Jays to win this game on the road in Cleveland, and give me the under 8 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Baltimore Orioles going to Chicago to face the White Sox. The Orioles come in at 17-33, and the White Sox come in at 29-20. Game 1 of this series was won by the Chicago White Sox by the final score of 5-1. The pitching matchup for this game is Matt Harvey for the Baltimore Orioles and Dallas Keuchel for the Chicago White Sox. And the Chicago White Sox are a favorite in this one. Give me the White Sox to win this game at home, and give me the under 9 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Kansas City Royals going to Minnesota to face the Twins. The Royals come in at 23-25, and the Twins come in at 20-29. For the Kansas City Royals, they lost their last series against the Rays. They lost 2 out of the 3 games against the Rays. And for the Minnesota Twins, they swept the Orioles. They won all 3 games against the Orioles. And the pitching matchup for this game is Chris Bubic for the Kansas City Royals and Randy Dobnak for the Minnesota Twins. And the Minnesota Twins are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Royals to win this game on the road in Minnesota, and give me the under 8.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the San Diego Padres going to Houston to face the Astros. The Padres come in at 39-19, and the Astros come in at 27-22. For the San Diego Padres, their last series, they split their series against the Brewers. They went 2-2 against the Brewers. And for the Houston Astros, they split their series against the Dodgers. They went 1-1 against the Dodgers. And the pitching matchup for this game is Dinelson Lamet for the San Diego Padres and Framber Valdez for the Houston Astros. And this one's a pick'em, so I'm going to pick the Astros to win this game at home, and give me the over 8.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Anaheim Angels going to Oakland to face the Athletics. The Angels come in at 22-28, and the Athletics are 30-22. Game 1 of this series was won by the Oakland Athletics by the final score of 5-0. The pitching matchup for this game is Shohei Ohtani for the Los Angeles Angels and Sean Manaea for the Oakland Athletics. And the Oakland Athletics are a favorite in this one. Give me the Athletics to win this game. Hold up. I will change that pick. I meant to write the Angels, so I'm going to pick the Angels as an upset. So give me the Angels to win this game on the road in Oakland, and give me the under 8 runs in that game. Next up, we have the St. Louis Cardinals going to Arizona to face the Diamondbacks. The Cardinals come in at 28-22, and the Diamondbacks come in at 18-33. Game 1 of this series was won by the St. Louis Cardinals by the final score of 5-4 in 10 innings. The Cardinals took the lead in the top of the 10th to win against the Diamondbacks by the final score of 5-4. And the pitching matchup for this game is Johan Oviedo for the St. Louis Cardinals and Madison Bumgarner for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are a favorite in this one. Give me the Diamondbacks to win this game at home, and give me the over 9.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the San Francisco Giants going to Los Angeles to face the Dodgers. The Giants come in at 30-20, and the Dodgers come in at 31-19. Game 1 of this series was won by the LA Dodgers by the final score of 4-3. The pitching matchup for this game is Anthony Desclafani for the San Francisco Giants and Walker Buehler for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are a favorite in this one. Give me the Dodgers to win this game at home, and give me the under 7.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Texas Rangers going to Seattle to face the Mariners. The Rangers come in at 22-30, and the Mariners come in at 24-27. Game 1 of this series was won by the Seattle Mariners by the final score of 5-0. The pitching matchup for this game is Jordan Lyles for the Texas Rangers and Justice Sheffield for the Seattle Mariners. And the Seattle Mariners are a favorite in this one. Give me the Mariners to win this game at home, and give me the over 8.5 runs in that game. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, see me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.